war games. I'm testing here what happens when alliances are built, and you can see there are always there's always a small resistance before the so-called, so imagine this to be America and cleaning up the world as they see it. Ooh, let's see. Apparently, they're, in the middle of, what is it called? A military build-up. So here we have the problem. The problem is there's a big place called Iran, who I just saw there was some kind of a drop itself. But is it possible to go into a dangerous place where women are not allowed to be who they are, and where they build up their own capacities? Now, let's see what happens. Let's say this field here is Iran. You know what I mean? Iran, and the surrounding is hostile to the action of interference in a place that has a different type of thinking, because they think. Now, you see the difficulties this big bully, or whatever you want to call him, has moving on a large dumpster of, and we are talking just water, okay? We're not talking about fuel, we're not talking about energy, we're not talking about the expropriation of, but you can get stuck there, you see? He is stuck, yeah. By the way, I'm reading here Foucault, and let's see. I'm reading here Foucault, and Foucault is the birth of the clinic, which is really. You wanna read with me? Well, I am definitely open, but see. And then we forget the years of war. 1769. Traité des affections vaporeuses, meaning, vaporeuse means like steaming, steaming, kind of water related, like water related. Because if I just leave this here for the time being, well, you're gonna get dryness. But I was trying to heal my pen, that one, and I was trying to fix it, okay? So because I kind of have trouble to get shit out of it, but I'm gonna definitely try to recycle it. But that's then another situation. But here's my little painting in a relationship what I read and what is actually fact. Military. Yeah. Weather forecast. So weather forecast. This has to do with perpetuation. Hence, a certain president hates the weather forecast. Pay for yourself. We are in the middle of saving money. And then where does the money go? Like in Europe, has to go to here. It has to go here. Military. It's called military build-up. weather forecast. Okay. Now, suppress. Yeah, but who is the enemy? Oh, we know the enemy. It has to do with Iran. And Mr. Gentleman was one of his last trips. By the way, he had SIDA and was very sexually active with students. He had a plethora, double plethora, you know, in case you know what that is. Has to do with like body fluids, double plethora, the opening of a possibility of commentaries, you know, this double plethora. I mean, that's exactly a double plethora, you know, like the opening. I opened the pen and I investigated the pen to come to conclusions. By the way, there's a big protest against Trump, but not sure I need to go there because I don't want to be deported. By the way, my girlfriend is already telling me out, you know, if you go after Lukashenko is this dictator who says there's no money anymore for sports, and officers should basically sponsor their own mistresses. So basically, he talks about mistresses. Sports is an affair of mistresses. And then he says, obviously, we don't care. Oh, I get reports from China. Sorry, but... Ooh, listen. Yes, I listen. Can I film you?
Bonjour. S'il vous plaît.
My partner. Sorry for that.
Bonjour.
My love.
S'il vous plaît.
Bonjour. Yeah. Bonjour.
This afternoon, the event celebrates the Scottish diaspora in New York City and the contributions of Scottish Americans. This year's Grand Marshal is Alan Cumming, the actor known for his roles in films like the X-Men movies and the music industry satire Josie and the Pussycats.